to very low vibrational energy. You can access portals to low vibrational energy. So for you to be able to survive, you have got to think beyond the 3D. To be able to survive. I know that we couldn't do these things because back in the days, there wasn't information, so we didn't know what was going on. We just ran up and down, dating this one, dating that one. We didn't know what was this whole dating scene. But this whole dating scene, ladies and gentlemen, is a transfer of power and a transfer of energy. That is how a lot of people, you chosen people, you are losing your destinies. You are getting destiny swap with these low vibrational beings. They are swapping destinies with you. Is why you see a lot of times you find a person, they are very rich, out of the blue. You don't know how they got the money. Something just happened and they became very rich. They are so wealthy, they have everything and this and this. They are too powerful. Many of them, they go for these big positions in governments. They will get the positions, and you are going to look very closely. There is a portal behind the scenes that they're not showing anyone. There's a portal they have been tapping into. There's a portal behind the scenes they have been using to get to where they are. Is why you see a lot of these nurses, they don't want to let you go. The moment you start to, you figure them out and everything, they don't want to let you go. They don't want to let you go. The discard has happened, the relationship is finished. And they're still lingering around, driving past your jobs and things like that. They don't want to let you go because they know. This is something that is on a spiritual level. On a really subconscious level, they know that there is something they're going to lose. Should they let you go, there is something they're going to lose. So they're going to keep on lingering around. On the psychological level, they're going to tell you that, because you are the supply and this and this. This thing they're talking about supply, this is energy. Guys, do not be fooled with these terminologies and everything. Don't be fooled with those terminologies. The only thing they're talking about is energy. It's about your energy. They don't lose access to your energy because they know when you have been around for some time, things was taken off for them. But the moment you walk away from them, that is when they lose everything. So sometimes you find even men who fall from grace just because maybe their wife has walked away from them. That's when they fall from grace, because when that person walks away from them, they also walk away with that energy. So they can no longer tap into those frequencies because there's been a separation, and now they're just lingering around, pretty much. They cannot find anybody like that person, that particular individual. So they cannot get access to those dimensions. So that's why they fall from grace. A lot of men who have maintained their wealth and maintained good energy, and they have maintained their, situation in life, status in life, look behind them. There is a woman behind there that they're not talking about. That is the woman who is giving them the wealth. You guys know my videos, I dive deep. There is a woman behind there that is giving them, has helped them to tap into those infinite possibilities, higher dimensional frequency. The woman, the same thing. There is a man behind there, They are harvesting that man's semen. They are harvesting the man's life force. That is why you see them, they're becoming very powerful and unstoppable. That is because they are tapping into some energy. So you see, this whole thing should be, when it comes to dating, it should be a give and take thing, okay? Don't only sleep with the person who is going to take from you. Sleep with the person who you can know that you are mutually exchanging the right energies with them, okay? Don't just pretty much sleep with anybody because they're looking so nice. These women have the nice body. You see this guy with the nice, six packs, bodies and everything. Don't do that. Find a partner who can match up with your frequency. Find a guy who can match up with your energy. Those are the guys that are going to be for you. You will sleep with them and you will notice the both of you are growing at the same time. You're growing and they're growing. You're elevating, they're elevating. The both of you are giving and taking. You're giving and taking. So the man, you tap into these dimensions, there may be energies and there may be some areas of your life that need some balance. But at the same time, you're also giving that particular woman, and you're helping her achieve some things in life that she has never been able to achieve. So there's some energy exchange happening, but you are giving and taking. Okay, there may be different areas of your life you're struggling with. Your woman is helping you, and the woman at the same time, there's areas in her life that she's struggling, you are helping them. Okay, so there's an energy exchange, so there's a balance in those kind of situationships. But one thing that you don't hear on TV, you don't hear on the media, that people do not tell you, is that sex is an energy exchange. So sex is actually spiritual. I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you start to understand and overstand this, that is when your life is going to take off. You're going to become unstoppable. The moment you understand how this whole thing of sex is working, you will tap into the impossible. You will start doing things that you never thought you could do. Because for starters, you are going to be more, you're going to become more aware of the people that you choose. You're going to become very selfish, and you're going to become aware of the people that you want to bring into your bed. Okay? So the energy exchange happens during orgasm. Okay? The moment the woman orgasms, she releases a very powerful energy. That thing you see, the orgasm, what they talk about, the orgasm, that woman releases a very powerful energy. And that energy is going to open some dimensions in the spiritual world. That is when the man is able to tap into those dimensions. And they are going to actually start harvesting everything that they have ever wanted to achieve. They are going to start harvesting that energy in that particular moment of orgasm. The same thing happens to a man during orgasm. When the man orgasms, that man pours into the woman a very powerful energy. And that energy is going to depend on where they are coming from energetically. So if they are low vibrational beings, they are pouring into you very low vibrational energy. That's where the problem is. If they're high vibrational beings, they are pouring into you high vibrational energy. So sex, this whole sex thing is an exchange. It's an energy exchange, okay? Is where different portals are opening at a particular time. And the impossible is starting to happen. The impossible is becoming possible. You know? Those guys who go for those campaigns, you know, there's a very big campaign going on. They want to stand for a certain seat, whatever, in parliament or in the Senate or whatever. You guys in the US, you have those senates and whatever. Those guys are going to go and, you know, first of all, they're going to go and harvest some energy. So they are going to go and get sexually active with the very high vibrational being. And the moment they have tapped into that energy is when you see them, they are going to go out and they are going to campaign. They are going to be the first on the list. They are going to win. They will win. You know? Is how you see people starting to become wealthy. You saw this guy the guy was as broke as a church mouse. So are you guys following? Is where you saw a lot of guys who was as broke as a church mouse. It was like nothing was happening for them, you know. They even never had a place to sleep. They was almost, you know, homeless. And then they ran into some woman, high vibrational being, and things started taking off. So chosen ones, you know, me, I teach you the things that you have to know. These are very powerful things. Nobody will sit down with you and talk about this. Your parents are afraid to talk about sex, so they will not tell you these things. Even some of them don't know these things. But when it comes to sex, ladies and gentlemen, intimacy, you can no longer take these things for granted. You need to start to understand how energy works, ladies and gentlemen. Pour into somebody that is going to pour into you. For a lot of you guys who still have codependency issues, You're still there. Oh, I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. Okay. I wish you luck. Those things of I want a girlfriend and you don't know who you're dating. Anybody shows up, you're okay with that. This one shows up, you're okay with that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how things are going to happen. You will never see it coming. You know? You will not see this coming. You will be surprised. So you have got to understand the importance of protecting yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with paying a little bit more attention to the people that you sleep with. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So you don't have to know the details. You don't have to know everything, but you take time before you get a person in your bed. Take some time and be very careful. Take some time to understand these people. Are they okay? What is their background? You may be dating an ex-witch. You may be dating even a person who is a witch. You know? I ran into this great narcissist, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't believe this. The moment I figured out what this individual was like on a spiritual level, that is when I knew this whole thing was messed up. You know? Do you know how many times I got attacked in the night? Every time I had sex with this individual. Do you know how many times I got attacked in the night? The nightmares. When I got intimate with this person. The nightmares, I couldn't understand what I was dreaming about. I would just see things attacking in the night and things are happening. I don't understand what is going on. So in the morning, I'm asking this person, I'm like, what is happening here? Why am I seeing this? You know, first night, I thought, okay, it could have been a coincidence. Second night, the same thing. Third night, the same thing. You know, I could dream things that I couldn't even explain those dreams when I woke up. It was very difficult to explain because those was things I've never thought about in my life. Even worse than the narcissist I was dating before. This one was worse. That is how serious is a spiritual narcissist. The dreams was even more horrible than the ones I had when I was with that narcissist back in the days. So that's when I knew. First night, okay, second night, third night. Then I was like, no. This thing is messed up. There's something going on here. I couldn't understand what was happening. So I started to say, okay, this whole thing is messed up. And I started slowly finding my exit. You know, I was like, I will not deal with this witch. I knew that this person was a witch. So I started getting away from this Jezebel. And a few weeks later, when I left, I had this revelation in a dream. You know, because that spirit visited me in the dream and introduced itself. Are you guys following this story? May I teach you things that people will not tell you? When I left this Jezebel, intuitively I knew that this was a Jezebel. You know? This spirit introduced itself one time in the dream. And that spirit told me that, you know, this and this, you're not going anywhere. And then the spirit said that it was a Jezebel. It introduced itself. So that's when I knew the person I was dealing with. It was a confirmation. I had already thought about it intuitively. But this was a revelation. A clear one. It was as clear as light. I would see everything. Ladies and gentlemen, there is women out there into this universe. There is women there. There is something they're not telling you. You just see them with these bodies moving up and down. There is something they're not telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see that spiritual narcissist, if you're a man, you will not pass that lady on the streets. You will want to stop and talk with her. This is what I'm trying to say. You will not want to stop. You will not want to stop. Sorry, you will not want to pass that particular individual. You want to stop and talk because that's how enticing the person was. Sometimes you see handsome men, you know. So when I was growing up, we used to hear those stories of ghosts. The man almost looks like a ghost. Very handsome, unbelievable, too good to be true. Very pure. You can see this energy pure. But for you to be able to understand this person, you need to look beyond the veil. is to understand where they are coming from energetically, because these looks, the looks are very deceiving. You know, you can meet a person who is good looking and you're going to go all in, but behind the scenes, the spirit is attached to that person, that good looking person. You cannot believe it. You will be shocked. So one of the things what I'm trying to teach you on this channel is that this whole thing of narcissism is this whole thing is spiritual. You know, narcissism, the narcissist, this is a spirit. It's a spiritual thing. Okay, it's a spiritual illness. So these people, they are attached to certain entities. Okay, they lost their soul so long time ago, probably when they were still younger, and they got attached to certain spirits. Not only are those spirits tormenting them, those spirits are also tormenting the person next to them. That is how dangerous is this whole narcissism thing. The spirits are also tormenting the people that are next to those people, because they are part of that energy. Have you guys heard about this case where people have been talking about orgasm, and they told you that, you know, when a woman has had good sex or a man has had good sex, have you noticed that glow? There's a glow they get after sex. There's that glow, you know. There's that energy they get. It's like a very big boost in energy. They get some big boost in energy, then they will start glowing for some time. And people are like, oh, why all of a sudden are you glowing? It's like everybody, you know, is why sometimes you see men and women as well, the moment they get into relationships, everybody wants them out of the blue, you know. You wasn't dating, you was out there doing your own thing. Okay, maybe you needed a relationship, you had found somebody, and then you found somebody. All of a sudden, everybody wants to sleep with you. The moment you find somebody, everybody wants you. There is something energetically shifts in your body and spirit, and you start glowing. And when you go out there, it's like everybody can recognize your energy. Everybody is like, wow, I want a part of that. I really want a part of that. They want to have a part of it. It's too good to be true. They want to share it. They want to have it. But when you're alone, you are there, nothing is going on, you know, nobody's hitting at you, this and this, you're moving around, then you get into a relationship, you start glowing, everybody wants you. So that is what happens. It's something that has happened spiritually. And it's like now people, they kind of recognize this, and they want a part of it, you know. That thing has happened to me so many times when I'm not in a relationship. And you know, sometimes you are there, maybe you're looking for it, maybe you're like, okay, when it comes, it comes. And sometimes you meet some people, oh, do you want a date or something? No, I'm not interested. You let it go. And then later on, like, you know, a couple of weeks, you met someone, and you started enjoying very nice intimacy with this person. They are very beautiful souls. Then it's like that, your glow will double, you know, it will multiply. And now everybody wants you out of the blue. The power of orgasm. The power of orgasm, ladies and gentlemen, there are some things on this universe people will not tell you. The power of orgasm. Stop opening some portals, men, okay? Men out there. Stop opening some portals that you're not going to be able to shut. Stop. Do not open some portals, because you are going to walk into dimensions and it's going to be difficult for you to get out of those dimensions. Women, the same thing, okay? Do not open those legs, because you are going to harvest energy that you will never want to do anything to deal with it. You are going to open energy that you never want to be a part of it. And you will not see this coming. You will be like, I wasn't ready for this. You wasn't. Believe me, you was not prepared for this. You did not see this coming. You wasn't even prepared. You will open some doors that you cannot shut. Is why they tell you that sometimes, actually most of the times, almost all times, when you have been in those situations, did you know, for the most of us who have been entangled with these energy vampires, did you know how difficult it is to heal after narcissistic abuse? Do you guys know how much work we have had to put into the healing journey? Ask these coaches. You see them telling you these things online. You don't know where they are coming from. Ask them. They are going to tell you. Those coaches you see teaching you things, there is something that they know that you don't. Healing has been a journey of walking out of certain dimensions and certain portals. But to walk out of those portals because they have got a very strong hold of your soul, it has been very painful to heal. Very difficult journey to heal. Ask those coaches. Me, I will tell you straight away because I'm a coach. I will tell you. I'll be the first one. Healing, there is some dimensions we've had to walk out of those dimensions, but it has not been a walk in the park. Do you know sometimes it can even take you like 3, 4, 5 years to heal. It can take you a very long time to heal. That is because you have been walking in certain dimensions. Now you're healing yourself, you're walking out of those dimensions so that you can go back to where you belong. Or where you need to be, where you must be. But you're breaking some barriers and you're breaking some walls. And that is very painful. So those things that you will not hear people teaching you and telling you is that they're not telling you the truth about this whole sex thing and whatever. They're not telling you the truth. It's something they're hiding from you. They don't want you to know this. You know? Me, I will tell you it. I'll tell you the way. I'll tell you exactly how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know how powerful is sex? The ability to create the bond between man and woman, which can actually create another human being. That is how powerful is sex. So it's the reason as to why you see a lot of chosen ones. What the enemy does, when you have gotten into the enemy's hands, the very first thing what they will do, they will get you into a sex addiction. They are going to try to get you into a sex addiction. If they cannot do that, they are going to try a different type of addiction. They need to get you, first of all, to break your spirit. First of all, they need something that is going to break your spirit, so that now they can start to, entangle with you spiritually. The enemy just entangles with you spiritually, not only physically, also spiritually. So normally, the sex addiction will be a way to surrender to them, so that you can continue giving them that sexual energy because they need it to thrive. So that's how that whole thing works. So all in all, chosen ones, what I can tell you is that energy exchange is real. Okay, energy exchange is real. The moment you understand those dynamics, then you will start to shift something in your personal life and things will start to take off. But you need to understand the secret first. The moment you first of all get the secret, let it sink in, then your life will start to change because now you know the secret. It's how this whole thing works, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sure that you guys know this dynamic. Some of you have already figured out what I was trying to say. If you would like to share with us in the comment section below what you think, of course, if you would like a session, send me an email, okay? And if you would like to donate or support my channel, you're welcome. Everything you need, all the links you need, they are all in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzamo signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.